the agenda for today and also the objectives of the meeting. So it's the 7th meeting that we have actually of the working group, so we are very, very happy to have you all here. So thanks a lot also for traveling in the beautiful Florina. The objective of today are two. So the first one is, of course, we want to know more, and we will hear more also from different authorities from the regions and from the city as well, and I'll explore how the transition indeed is being carried out in Florina and Western Macedonia. But then most importantly, we want to advance on our actions, right? So we will have time to further discuss and also advance on the work of the actions. But before we go further, I would like, indeed, we have some guests for today, our host. So I would like to give the floor to Kostas to introduce them to us. Please.
Thank you very much, Chiara. Good morning from myself as well. Welcome to Florina. We've met with most of you during these days, but I think that being here from all over the places that this GTP platform is consisting of, it's a big honor. So it's a big thank you for your decision to bring this amazing team here, because this enhances our constant efforts in this just transition process. Myself, I'm Konstantinos Terigiou, I'm the head of the Europe Direct Center. We will visit it later in the afternoon, and Vice President of the Association of Architects. Before we start, I would like to give the floor to Athanasios Taskas, the Deputy Regional Governor of Florina, for a short intro. Κύριε Τάσκα, μπορείτε να έρθετε για ένα μικρό χαιρετισμό.
Καλημέρα σας. Ακούγομαι το Είναι ιδιαίτερη χαρά, θα ήθελα να καλωσορίσω τους πάντες. Είναι ιδιαίτερη χαρά που συμμετέχω σε αυτή την εξαιρετική προσπάθεια που γίνεται στην πόλη μας και έχουμε τόσους φιλοξενούμενους, τους οποίους και ευχαριστούμε που βρίσκονται εδώ στην πόλη μας.
It's a big honor to have you here, and it's a pleasure to have all these guests in our home city.
Συμμετέχω για ένα και μόνο λόγο, γιατί ο κόσμος πλέον μας χρειάζεται όλους, το ίδιο πιστεύω όπως κάνετε κι εσείς. Αν θέλουμε να αλλάξουμε τον κόσμο για να το κάνουμε πιο δίκαιο, έναν κόσμο χωρίς φτώχεια, χωρίς πολέμους, με αξιοπρέπεια, με καλύτερη εκπαίδευση, με πράγματα τα οποία θα μπορούν να κάνουν ένα καλύτερο μέλλον, τότε θα πρέπει να είμαστε όλοι σε τέτοιες προσπάθειες.
I'm here because we need to be here. The society needs us, as they need you. They need also people like Mr. Taskas and the local authorities. If we want a world to be fair, to be without inequalities, to be justice, to be in peace, then we all need to stand in cases like this. So this is the reason that I'm standing here with you.
Εγώ θα σταθώ σε ένα σημείο και θα ξεκινήσω λέγοντας το 2015 με μια γενική συνέλευση του ΟΗΕ στην Αμερική υιοθετήθηκαν κάποια πράγματα. Το ένα από αυτά από 190 ηγέτες κρατών. Το ένα από αυτό ήταν και αυτό το οποίο μας απασχολεί όλους και είναι το κλίμα, το περιβάλλον και μια βιώσιμη ανάπτυξη.
Mr. Taskas made a reference to the Sustainable Development Goals and the United Nations decision, so it's an important initiative, and one of these goals is related to the environment and the sustainable resources. So it is a very important priority, and this also is something that brings us here.
Εμείς ως Ελλάδα, αλλά κυρίως ως περιοχή, Κοζάνη, Τολεμαΐδα, Φλόρινα, ήμασταν από τους πρώτους στην Ευρώπη οι οποίοι πήγαμε και υιοθετήσαμε αυτή τη δράση και ξεκινήσαμε αυτό που λέμε απολιγνητοποίηση, απαλλαγή από την καύση του λιγνίτη, άρα ξεκινήσαμε να κάνουμε αυτή την πολυπόθετη μετάβαση. Και αυτό ξεκίνησε το 2019 για την περίοδο.
The region of Western Macedonia, and especially Florina and Kozani, are one of the first regions in Europe to be really strong into this just transition process. in this post-coal era, or the digitalization and the production to more sustainable resources. So it has all started since 2018-19, so we are really leading the process now as a region.
Το 2021 αρχίζουν να κλείνουν μονάδες στην περιοχή μας. Το 2021 όμως η Πλατφόρμα Δίκαιης Μετάβασης της Ευρωπαϊκής Επιτροπής οργανώνει ομάδες εργασίας οι οποίες έχουν ένα και μοναδικό στόχο να φέρουν κόσμο από διαφορετικές περιοχές με μια ίδια κατεύθυνση και με μια ίδια σκέψη το πώς θα βοηθήσουν αυτές τις περιοχές οι οποίες ζουν αυτή τη μετάβαση.
Since 2021, the Just Transition Platform has been making this huge effort in order to combine sources and efforts and experiences from places all around Europe that we all have the same target, which is the Just Transition process in all our regions.
Αυτές λοιπόν οι ομάδες εργασίας, όπως γίνεται και εδώ σήμερα, είναι επιφορτισμένες με κάτι συγκεκριμένο. Με το να εντοπίσουν, για μένα τουλάχιστον, να εντοπίσουν τι ακριβώς γίνεται, τι καλό έχει γίνει μέχρι τώρα και τι δεν πάει καλά σε αυτή τη μετάβαση, γιατί πιστέψτε με πως πολλοί κόσμος είναι αυτός ο οποίος έχει χάσει τη δουλειά του εδώ στην περιοχή μας και δίκαια δυσανασχετεί και δυστυχώς δεν βλέπουμε αυτή τη μετάβαση να έρθει.
These working groups are focusing on something very specific in order to make this transition a just transition process. And they have a very important priority to combine the good practices, but also to see what is not going well, the pros and cons in general. And in our region, unfortunately, there are people who are losing their jobs, so it's a matter of question if this transition is a just transition process, and if not, what can be done better.
Ξέρετε, πριν τελειώσω, θα ήθελα να πω το εξής, ότι ένας πολιτικός κρίνεται όχι μόνο να κάνει διαπιστώσεις, αλλά πρέπει να κάνει προτάσεις. Εγώ προσωπικά δεν νιώθω πολιτικός, νιώθω όμως πατέρας 5 παιδιών που θέλει να διασφαλίσει το μέλλον των παιδιών του και που στον τόπο όπου γεννήθηκαν. Άρα, οι όποιες συζητήσεις και οι όποιες εργασίες κάνετε θα πρέπει να αποσκοπούν κάπου. Θα πρέπει να εντοπίσουμε τι δεν γίνεται σωστά σε αυτή τη μετάβαση και να τα διορθώσουμε. Πιστεύετε ότι αυτό πονάει περισσότερο από κάτι τι.
Mr. Taskas is here as a politician, but he would like to call himself as a father of 5 kids. So no matter if his role is different in representing the local authorities, he feels more responsible as a father because he has to make his greatest efforts in order to keep his kids in the local community. So it's a huge responsibility, and he feels very stressed and engaged to this process because it is the future of the new generation that we have to guarantee.
Η δίκαιη μετάβαση είναι ένα πλαίσιο που θέλει να εξασφαλίσει αυτό που λέμε να μην μείνει κανένας πίσω. Πιστέψτε με πως σε όλο αυτό το εγχείρημα όλοι έχουμε ευθύνη. Τόσο εσείς ως ομάδα εργασίας, όσο και εμείς από τη θέση την οποία βρισκόμαστε. Για μένα η δίκαιη μετάβαση δεν είναι μόνο μία αλλαγή στο περιβάλλον ή στην οικονομία. Είναι και πολιτιστική και αθλητική, βιομηχανική, ό,τι θέλετε. Άρα ανοίγει σαν βεντάλια σε όλα τα πλαίσια. Και θα πρέπει να είμαστε προσεκτικοί σε ό,τι κάνουμε και ό,τι λέμε. Εγώ πραγματικά σας ευχαριστώ για την παρουσία σας και θέλω να ευχηθώ καλή επιτυχία στο εγχείρημά σας.
Closing from Mr. Taskas is like his quote, I would say, is that in this just transition process, no one must be left behind. So we have to make common efforts, the platform and the working groups by itself, the local authorities and everyone who is involved in this just transition process, that we make people stand together and we create the opportunities for them for a sustainable and safe future. So he's wishing us good luck in the working process during these days, and he will be, as he's already doing, I'm adding this part as a small comment, he's always supporting initiatives like this, and we would like to thank him very much. The mayor, Mr. Vasilis Giannakis is not here with us today, but he's sending his support to the whole process. We also have together with us the President of Chamber, Mrs. Valina Rosa, who is standing back there. I invited her to say a warm hello, but she said that she's very open to say more individual hellos to all of you because she's going to stay with her colleagues throughout the process. Thank you, Valina, for being here. Valina is newly elected in the Chamber and she gave a very fresh new air in this process, and she's very strong in taking initiatives to support the local development of the entrepreneurial spirit of the area, but as a Chamber they have more general responsibilities as well. Mr. Topaloglou, Dr. Lefteris Topaloglou from the University of Western Macedonia has also a word to say for us.
I'm very glad today because I see good friends from the Commission and from other areas in Europe. We met throughout different events and workshops, and it's a great honor. It's a great honor to have you in our area. Okay, on behalf of representing Director of the University of Western Macedonia, we would like to express our warm welcome and warm glad for this initiative. We would like to congratulate you, Kostas and Kostas. We know very well the outstanding work over many years, I would say. From my point of view, many times I used to say that the Youth Active Association is the definition of a success story. We need such success stories in just transition and labor, because there is no doubt that it's easy to say, to put the word just before transition, but in practice, our experience says that what we say just transition proved to be a multi-layered, multifaceted challenge, very demanding, and it's not easy task to achieve at the end of the day. And one critical factor is not only to have numbers, figures, strategic plans, operational plans, etc., but we need the citizens to be several players in the game. If we want to achieve, to obtain the ownership of transition, the only way is to inactive and to inspire local actors, and particularly young youth. I would say the biggest challenge we faced as Western Macedonia is the brain drain trends, particularly in youth. And what this initiative achieved is to inspire youth people, despite the fact that they are located in a peripheral area, in a bordering area, in a very poor area compared to other regions in Europe. And despite the fact, they decided to inspire and to have a vision. And this is something that guides us as a success story to replicate this model. We as a university, we try to create favorable conditions to have an osmosis and interaction with such initiatives, particularly with youth people, because university focus on youth people. Just let me say a short example. In this summer, we organized a summer school in the university with students from the United States, and we invited Kostas Philippidis, the president, to be one of our lecturers in this endeavor in order to communicate all these initiatives with decadent within the academic community. Another thing is that we need to generate and enhance synergies and complementarities. We should not forget that we are a small region. There is no luxury of lonely pathways. We need synergies, complementarities. We need one another, and we need to all the added value of each entity in the university who is able to put in this very demanding endeavor of just transition. So we need the support of the European at the European level, and this support is evident today. We need the support of the national level. Okay, I see Theodora. This is evident also at the national level. We need the regional, the local level. We need the universities, the research institutions, the local initiatives. All these initiatives. We need to create an interplay, a creative interplay of all these different perspectives. With this thoughts, I would like to close and to wish you all the best. I'm sure that you have a very, very creative and grateful meeting. Thank you.
We thank you very much. Mr. Topaloglou, it's a strong cooperation with the university, and we can also express our thankful thoughts to the spirit of the university, which is close to the society. And at the moment, we are having a big team in active use because we have university students who are having their internship in active use. So some of the students are here. There's a team. Some others will join later on in the office. Some will be in the study visit in the afternoon. So the human resources of active use as a voluntary organization is also based in this cooperation with institutions like the University of Western Macedonia, because we are taking advantage of the existing minds in there, and the capacity is getting higher. So, Mr. Tassos Sidiropoulos, the General Manager of the Development Organization of Western Macedonia, ANCO, is kindly invited for the stage.
Thank you for the invitation. I think that there are not any more to add after the speech of Vice Governor and my friends, because they have set the framework of the just transition in Western Macedonia and the situation that we are living now. I would like to inform you about our organization. A few words about ANCO, which is the development organization of Western Macedonia, and it is operating since 1885. ANCO operates mainly in the area of Western Macedonia, based on two main pillars. The first pillar involves supporting local governments, authorities in the region, and the municipalities in matters relating to the implementation of public works, mainly through the preparation of the necessary studies. And the second pillar focuses on supporting the productive environment in Western Macedonia, acting as an information center for businesses, and also as an intermediate organization for the design, management, and the implementation of development programs. This framework of activities is further enhanced by participation in transnational programs, mainly focused on energy, entrepreneurship, environment, and local development. ANCO was one of the first organizations to engage with issues of just transition development in the Western Macedonia region through its active participation in communities and working groups both in Greece and EU, aiming to help to shape the necessary conditions for a smooth transition of the region's economy towards a new sustainable productive model in terms of employment and GDP improvement. It is noteworthy that through initiatives of the region and the participation of other stakeholders, you can see here Fred's, Lefteris and Dimitris, was included among the 4 pilot regions of Europe within the framework of the Platform for Cold Regions Transition initiative, which was announced in Strasbourg in 2017. After that, many things have happened more. Currently, AGO has intensified its effort by supporting the region and the municipalities of Western Macedonia in the maturation of their projects funded through various operational programs of the period 2021-2027. At the same time, it functions as an information hub for entrepreneurship support programs and for managing rural development programs in Western Macedonia. In parallel, ANCO has signed a memorandum of cooperation with 5 other entities: the Region of Western Macedonia, the Regional Development Fund of Western Macedonia, the Center for Research and Technology, Hellas, CERT, the University of Western Macedonia and the Greek Company for Just Transition, with the aim of promoting entrepreneurship, research, innovation and employment in the region. This will be achieved through the interconnection of the digital tools and platforms of the FAC participating bodies. Closing this brief statement, I would like to thank the group of active youths of Florida and for the invitation, and I hope to have a very fruitful and successful seminar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Last but not least, we could not close this welcome remarks with the person who really made it to have you all here. So, Kostas Philippidis, the president of Association of Active Youth of Florida, my colleague for the last 17 at least years, is the one who really had this vision of taking this very active role of the Just Transition process back in 2018 and 19. It was a moment in the period that we were not very brave to talk of such things in public, because it was the new thing that was coming, and we were a bit worried on how it will look like and how we will guarantee that it will be a just process for all of us. So, a visionary person who has made a common effort with the platform by itself to have you here is more than welcome to say two welcome words, Kostas. And we will have the opportunity to hear more from you later on.
That any publicity is a good publicity. This is the motto that probably we use here. First of all, it's an honor, a warm welcome to all of you that you made it. I know how difficult it is to travel to Florida, but I think that coming also next year will be also another opportunity for you, so you know now how it goes. From my side, I would like to thank, first of all, Balbina, because she believed in our proposal. She supports, I know her, and I'm sure that you all know how difficult it is to coordinate such a big, demanding group, but also to coordinate something, as Konstantinos said before, something that is new and challenging, and it's this thing, Europe depends its future. A future that can be made only by the efforts of the European citizens, and these gatherings just enhance this support to the feeling that we are all European citizens and we have a common purpose to support the future of our kids, to support the environment, and to transform Europe into a green economy, green land, a green continent. So, together of course with the JT Secretariat, Margarita, that we were talking for more than 4 months about this project, Chiara, Valerie, of course, I would like to thank you, I would like to welcome you, and it's very, very important because for us it's a huge honor, for us, of course, for the local chambers of commerce and Valina Rosa, and of course our Deputy Governor, Mr. Taskas, who supports this effort, who supports with, and we are really lucky that we have such support from a politician. I would like to tell you that we'll have an exciting 2 days in the small mountainous city of Florida, in the region of Western Macedonia, one of the smallest regions in Europe with deep and huge problems, but we have the will to transform it into one region that will help the citizens and will be, let's say, the example for Europe. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks a lot, really, everyone, and thanks, Kostas, also for the translation efforts, but also for introducing everyone. It's really an honor to have you here. Maybe before giving indeed the floor and continuing with the program, just quickly going back on the agenda, what we have for today. So yeah, we had some very nice welcoming remarks, so thanks a lot, and also introduction. We will have now a presentation from Balbina, from DG Regio, on taking stock of the work done by the platform so far, but also looking ahead, so the future of cohesion policy. Then we will have also a couple of presentations and discussion also on the just transition and stakeholder engagement in Western Macedonia. And then we start with the work of the actions, right? So we will invite action leaders to come to give a short elevator speech on the updates on the actions that the 2 working groups on stakeholder engagement and equal opportunities have been carrying out so far. We will have a break, and then also a work at the session where we will have time to discuss in bit more in depth the actions.